Electrical cars include grasped all the headlines, but which on electrical motorbikes? They're fast, pure and peaceful, and big manufacturers are awake up to their capacity as legislative assembly about the planet carry downward on car emissions. Richard Hatfield, lug of Silica Vale-based electrical motorcycle manufacturer Thunderbolt Motorcycles, believes the expertise of galloping his top-performance superbike national borders on the holy. Down there's thing nearly magic on galloping a bicycle. Wherever you twist the choke and you get the unbelievable accelerate, no sound, no vibrate. Down there's the seamlessly traction, he enthuses. The at first period he rode one thick felt love this brush of God upcoming over you and pushing you up the way. Thunderbolts just manufacture pattern, the LS-218 can do 0-60 mph in by 2 seconds and has a top rate of 218 mph. 361 km/h. All via cell force. In 2013, the Business Done story by winner the Pikes Peak World Mound Climb Up, this racing to the clouds, versus electrical and gasoline engine rivals. But the type of productivity expenses, prices begin at $39,000, £29,000. So Mr. Hatfield knows how. If his electrical motorbikes are always departure to achieve the massive marketplace aims departure to include to coil out more than affordable model in next. That has been the policy of Null Motorcycles, El Silica Vale-based electrical bicycle manufacturer. Sam Paschal, the company's head execution, cites productivity as the quantity one marketing spot for his bikes. Love thou DC in a Tesla. The rotating moment and force you include off the link, the accelerate, is on a various standard of largest gasoline motorcycles, says Mr. Paschal, who as well waxes lyric on instantaneous rotating moment at any rate. The is an electrical motor's capacity to use maximal force instantly if he's fair driving off or fleeing at top rate, in comparison with a gasoline motor, whose hauling force at various speeds depends on that pinion thou re in and how lot HP it has. Null's largest strong pattern has a top rate of 100 mph, 161 km/h, and can speed to 60 mph in on March 5 seconds. House on a PAR in several more profitable usual model of the likes of BMW, Ducati and Honda. Mr. Paschal cites a nearly 8%, 10% enhancement in cell power and force thickness as a nature fair wind in productivity and band for electrical motorbikes. His crew brush makes 2,000 to 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit them a year at their installation in the Santa Cruz Mountains. The company has seen yearly dual-digit turnover increase with 2006, he says, in the US, France and Germany as their major markets. The company giving 6 model in a start cost of $8,500 for its 50 mi range bicycle. For a much longer band, 100 to 200 miles, and more than a strong productivity, thou requirement a greater cell, so thou pay nearer to $16,000. The cell is on part the price of the bicycle. Largest electrical motorbikes can be loaded with a norm force outlet opening, but a complete reload can get up to 8 several hours the path. For more rapid charge, 1 to 2 several hours, you requirement a bicycle furnished in a quick charging seaport how can do use of the current car charge infrastructure facilities. Largest main bicycle makers are evolving prototypes and though portrait mark Harley-Davidson has announced it will be representing an electrical pattern to its band following year. In race, 2019 will see the At First Always motto episode for electrical bikes get location near 5 Europe MotoGP races, showing lightly updated versions of the Energica self. In China, wherever by the government giving subsidies to electrical car makers, down there are thousands of electrical motorcycle manufacturers making all types of pattern, of cheap-powered scooters to top performance rate bikes. The China-made Arouse City S pattern is due to go on selling in the UK after in 2018. And in Berlin, Germany, Ku start up an e-scooter dividing scheme a recent year. Bike technique, love gas injectable, emissions machinery, ABS brake, tends to lag car technique by 4 persons to 6 year, explains Thunderbolt's Mr. Hatfield. but now improved in electrical motors and Li-ion cell technique include switched electrical motorbikes to matchstick the productivity, band and rate of conventional domestic burning motorbikes. As an electrical bicycle has comparatively few driving components, support and vibrate is minimum. In a big cell package feed an electrical engine how powers the behind tire, down there are no stinking fumes emissions or fatty components. In 2020, Europe, China and the US will enter stricter emissions standards for motorbikes. How could growth expenses and bring the productivity of usual bikes, give a incentive to their electrical peer pressure. External the US and Europe, fossil fuel bikes, mopeds and scooters, are frequently the initial modes of transportation. But they're popular tool there as well main contributors to contamination. So the concept of a fault-free trip is a marketing spot for ecologically deliberate consumer, and thing-lot governments about the planet are acute to promote, particularly in Asia's smog-bound cities. More than technique of industry, Harley-Davidson's judgment to enter an electrical pattern might include thing to do in decreasing turnover and plant closures above the recent 10 years. Its circulation has been decreasing as quick as its clientele has been aging. But its latter association in electrical motorcycle manufacturer Alta Motors could changing how path. We plan to be the planet lead in the electrification of motorcycles, told Harley-Davidson head execution, Matt Levadish in a latter declaration. But for lot conventional motorcycle film goer, particularly Harley owners, the stormy concordance of an domestic burning motor is an enormous portion of the circulation. So when quieter electrical bikes include thing of an picture issue? Anthony Shortland is a 55-year-old Silica Vale engineering who rides a loud gasoline engine Triumphant motorcycle for his everyday replace. My nice Triumphant is anything but a ladle of bolts, a Hades of a lot of driving components, all of that requirement support, he says. He's the outcome of 100 years of increment mechanical engineering. But though he thinks he may die to the charms of electrical one date. E-bikes are a full-play converter, he says. I cherish the refinement and effectiveness of how's a car about electrical motors. This electrical bicycle very represents the peak of effective mechanical engineering.